Hey everyone, it's Carly from Period Drama Style on Instagram, here with a period drama update for August 2026. I'm joined by my friend and frequent Swoon Worthy co-host, Stephanie, and today we're diving into some of the most exciting upcoming releases in the period drama world. We're covering what's headed to theaters, what's streaming this fall, and a few titles to keep an eye out for in 2027 and 2028. And don't worry, no need to take notes. I'm posting a list of all that we talk about to Instagram, so be sure to bookmark it on @PeriodDramaStyle. There's a little bit of everything: book to screen adaptations, biopics, returning favorites, and one very unexpected romance that has absolutely taken the internet by storm. So let's start there with the trailer that everybody's talking about, Wicker. Okay, this movie, Stephanie, I don't think anyone saw it coming.
I know, right? Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about this prior to that trailer drop. And the second I saw it, I was hooked. I was like, okay, this is a movie for me. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be a blast.
It really is. I mean, the cast is stacked. Olivia Colman can do no wrong.
Yeah. Oh, she's the best.
She's the best. And this almost had like, well, I mean, her humor is, we know her humor for now. I mean, like, it's kind of the favorite-esque a little bit,
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
like a little zany.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, she's so good at playing, characters that we're not used to seeing, and that's what I love about this movie. It just looks like it's something we've never really seen before. It looks funny, it looks heartfelt, it looks really
Yeah.
beautiful too.
Yes.
So, I think
Yeah.
it's got a lot going for it. I've seen a lot of reactions. I think a lot of people are kind of like, why would she do a movie like this?
Really?
Kind of like, I don't know, thinking that the movie is going to be kind of silly, but I don't know. I think it looks amazing.
I think it does too. I feel like it's right up her alley. The rest of the cast too, of course, are Wicker Man, Alexander Skarsgård. I mean, I don't think they could have picked a better person to still kind of see his features come through, but like it's
Mhm.
just such a creature.
Yeah, we love the Skarsgårds. We've talked about them quite a few times. We covered Nosferatu,
Yeah.
where of course Bill Skarsgård plays, quite the creature. And so this is just right up their alley. I feel like as a
Yeah.
family, they do a lot of sort of unique projects, and I love that about them. And yeah, I mean, I saw that this is actual like prosthetics. This is makeup and
Yeah.
prosthetics. It's not totally CGI. So, and I think it looks beautiful from what we've
Yeah.
seen in the trailer. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, I also love that, he and Olivia are basically the same age, and we're seeing like an age appropriate, it's a love story, but it's not people in their 20s, which I always love.
Right. Or like a man that's way older with a
Exactly.
younger woman. The age gap isn't like a thing. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love seeing people who are the same age falling in
Oh
love.
my goodness. That is a
Um,
good point, Steph. And you mentioned the practical effects and the makeup and hairstyling that's going to go with it. I mean, also the sound is really incredible. Like when the
mhm.
Wicker sounds are being made,
Yes.
the stretching, and I can see this picking up some Oscars.
Right. Wouldn't that be cool if like
Yeah.
Wicker nominated for Best Picture? I could totally see it as well. But yeah, definitely prosthetics, like you said, sound. I don't know who's doing the music. I didn't look into that, but that's
Oh.
probably going to be great too. Yeah, and I'm not really familiar with the writer and directors and their previous work, but excited to see
Yeah.
something new from new people.
Yeah, I think one thing I read online was like, we've been asking for unique stories, no more reboots, and this is what we're getting.
Yes, this is what I love. I love unconventional love stories. I've talked about my love for The Shape of
Yes.
Water. This kind of falls in line with that. And yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, check this out. Just looked it up. Anna Meredith is the composer and did this was on the soundtrack for The Favorite.
Oh, there you
So
go.
there is some kind of a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
my
good call.
goodness. That is fun. Okay, and I just want to also talk about the supporting cast here. Elizabeth Debicki. So we have another Crown kind of connection, Olivia and Elizabeth. That's fun.
Oh, true. Yeah, very true. Yeah, Elizabeth is wonderful.
Oh,
I
yes.
want to see her in more things for sure. So this looks like a fun role for her.
Yes. Peter Dinklage, outstanding.
I mean, one of the best
Yeah.
ever. Yeah. Anytime he's in something, I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. And what's so funny is I was recently looking him up and like, he does a British accent so well, but he's from New Jersey.
I
And that's
know,
what,
isn't that great?
oh my gosh. So I was like, that's so crazy. Maybe there's like homage to him in New Jersey that I could go find where he's from.
Maybe so, or maybe he comes to screenings and things there. Who
Ooh,
knows?
I should
Because he probably
definitely.
lives in, I think he lives in New York City.
That makes
So,
sense.
yeah.
Richard E. Grant, who I feel like has been having a resurgence, even though he's been around forever in period dramas and whatnot, like in Spice World. Just love him.
Yeah, I love him too. He's very fun and he does a lot of I don't know, I guess like sort of silly projects.
Quirky.
Yeah, quirky humor, like dark humor, fun
Yeah.
humor. I don't know, I'm thinking like Saltburn, he's just so
Yeah.
funny and so great.
Yeah. And he recently was in The Other Bennet Sister, which I know a lot of our listeners are obsessed with, as am I, as Mr. Bennet. And Ella Brucalari plays Mary Bennet, who is in this. She's all over the trailer. I am so happy to see this actress get her, oh my gosh, get her time in the spotlight. She's so wonderful.
Oh, that's great. I haven't watched The Other Bennet Sister yet, but I immediately recognized her in the trailer from
Yeah.
that, and she looks like she's going to be very funny in this movie.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, I've got to get
Yes.
on it and watch The Other Bennet Sister.
You're gonna love it, Stephanie. And we're covering it on the podcast this season, so stay tuned. Season 7 of Swoon Worthy. But Ella is just she in the other Bennett sister, she has a lot of like physical comedy and like good timing with her comedy. Like this is gonna be great for her. I love her moment in the trailer where she's like, I'd climb that.
Yes.
I just love all the memes on Instagram right now. And there's a specific one, what was it? IKEA Australia posted it, and it's like a rattan bench, and then it says material made from husband material. It's so funny. Oh.
Yes. Oh, perfect.
So, okay, as you can tell, listeners, we are very excited about Wicker. And if you haven't seen the trailer, this might be your first time hearing about it. Go watch. It's going to be funny and great and unique.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, something different, something to look forward to this fall for sure.
Yes, October 30th in theaters, I believe. I think there's some previews ahead of that and, wide release versus limited release, but around the end of October.
Perfect.
Speaking of fall releases, we have some new adaptations of classic literature or, previous works that are coming to streaming services this fall. And one of them that's coming out this week, okay, on Netflix. So it's not even fall yet, but I got to talk about this one. My Brilliant Career. There was a movie in 1979, an Australian movie that made this story very popular, but it's based off a novel by Miles Franklin. It's actually a woman writer under the name Miles Franklin.
Ooh.
And this movie, the 1979 Australian movie, My Brilliant Career, starring Judy Davis and the late, great Sam Neill,
Mm.
is so worth a watch. It's really beautiful. But they're doing a remake on Netflix, and I'm excited about this one because I think it will bring the storyline to younger generations. The main character is like marching to the beat of her own drum, wants to be a writer, maybe won't go the traditional route with the getting married, and I think it's going to be good.
Oh, it sounds right up my alley. I'm excited.
Yeah. So that can be found on Netflix very soon. Then we have some other Netflix releases later on that we have to talk about. So John Steinbeck's East of Eden is being made into a mini series. I think it's a mini series, not a movie, starring Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Oh, this one looks incredible. The trailer is so epic.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's definitely an adaptation of this that we haven't seen before,
Yeah.
like done in a very big way.
Yeah. Because I mean, you and I went through a huge, like, um, James
James Dean.
Dean. Yeah. A James Dean phase when we were maybe end of high school or first of college, and we were watching all the James Dean movies and watching the biopics.
Yes, certain biopics for sure. Yes. Oh my gosh. I do love the James Dean East of Eden.
Yeah.
It's so dreamy.
The character that Florence Pugh plays is kind of like the mother of the James Dean character. So we're
Mm,
getting, I think, more of the complete novel and more of the backstory.
hmm.
If that, yeah. So it's definitely
Yeah.
different from the James Dean version. Yeah.
Yes, it just spans more time, I guess. That
Hmm.
makes sense.
And what about the supporting cast of East of Eden? Anyone you're excited about?
I'm definitely excited to see Mike Feist. I feel like we haven't seen much of him since Challengers, which I loved. I wonder if maybe we should cover West Side Story at some point because it is
Oh,
definitely a swoon worthy, the Steven Spielberg adaptation, of course, because it is beautifully made.
yeah.
I didn't love Ansel Elgort's performance at all in West Side Story, but obviously we had some real standouts, and Mike Feist was one of those. He is incredible, and I just love that he's a Broadway boy. He's a dancer, but he
Yeah.
can also act very well. And so I'm excited to see him in this. And yeah, we're getting more Mike Feist.
Yeah. Another highly anticipated Netflix miniseries coming this fall with no exact release date is Pride and Prejudice. This one starring Emma Corrin as our Elizabeth Bennet and Jack Lowden as Mr. Darcy, among others. And we've talked about it on Swoonworthy a few times, once we started hearing more about it, seeing like a teaser trailer. And we're talking about it in Swoonworthy podcast because we're covering a lot of Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen content. Probably going to cover that mini series. I don't know. We have some people that are hesitant for it, and I understand where they're coming from. We have two great adaptations already of Pride and Prejudice,
Hmm.
but I think this is going to, also just spark more people to read Jane Austen and spark their interest in the older period dramas. So I don't want to say anything negative, especially right now when we haven't even seen it.
Yeah, that's understandable. And this cast is just insane. Like,
Yeah,
it's such a great cast.
it
Uh,
is.
I'm always happy to see more of Emma and Jack. I think they're both fantastic. And we've never really seen Jack in a role like this.
No.
And he's done some period dramas for sure. I mean,
Oh,
Dunkirk
yeah.
and
War and
Mary Queen of
Peace, Mary
Scots,
Queen of
War and
Scots.
Peace. Oh my gosh, War and Peace, yeah, which we covered. But yeah, I think this will be a really fun like starring role for him. And then we've got just an insane supporting cast, right?
Yeah.
Olivia Colman, who we just talked about,
Yes,
Rufus
Mrs. Bennett.
Sewell.
Yes, I'm very excited about those two as the Bennett parents. And oh my gosh, my listeners are going to be tired of hearing a broken record, but the fact that I'm going to be swooning over Mr. Bennett is throwing me off because I love Rufus Sewell. He's just period drama king, so it's going to be weird.
Mhm.
Weird.
Yes, but it's hey, we're getting older. This is
I
this
know.
is bound to happen.
Bound to happen.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Also,
And
Fiona Shaw, who I just love. She's one of my absolute favorites.
yes, we are big fans of Fiona Shaw on this podcast, and the fact that she's going to be in Pride and Prejudice as Lady Catherine de Bourgh, and then also in Sense and Sensibility as Mrs. Jennings is just like the coolest thing.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited to get more of her. And I love that she's in these adaptations. I feel like she brings so much life to anything that she's in. So very
Yeah.
excited.
Yes. So, Pride and Prejudice on the way. We are going to definitely be analyzing the heck out of that one and comparing and contrasting to the other versions on Swoon Worthy podcast. And speaking of Sense and Sensibility, this one is not directly streaming. This is going to theaters. Interesting that the new Sense and Sensibility, starring Daisy Edgar Jones, is hitting the UK theater September 25th, but we have to wait till October 16th in the US.
Mm. Yeah, the UK always gets these things first. It's not fair.
It is so strange, but oh well. It's going to be
Yes.
worth the wait, I think.
Yes.
We're getting another movie version, so I think people will compare Sense and Sensibility, this movie, to the Emma Thompson, Kate Winslet movie pretty heavily. So we have some other people that are hesitant, like, we already have that masterpiece. Why are we getting a new one? But this, again, this is like, that was 1995, guys. This is 2026. And there are people who need to get introduced to it now and they'll go back. I mean, I think that was kind of the case with like Little Women a little bit when Greta Gerwig's version came out. And I mean, I think we got to give it a chance. I know their hair is down and looking scruffy. I know it's very like dark filtered and like you're trying to like see see in the movie. But you know, these are some of the negative reactions to the trailer. But I think it's going to be an aesthetically pleasing, sweeping story version.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the vibe I get as well. And I'm excited to see it. And like you said, it can bring a new, younger audience. I mean, it's been 30 years, so
Yeah.
why not? Why not? We can have both.
We can have it. And you're a George Mackay fan.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I forgot to mention him. But yeah, I do love him. Again, kind of like with Mike Feist, I haven't seen him in a whole lot since 1917. And he was so brilliant in that. He carried that film. And it was just, I think, one of the most remarkable films I've ever seen. And he's done a lot of like smaller films since then, but definitely excited to see him in a role like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, see him on the big screen again.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really lovely. I like the other leading man, Herbert Nordrum, who plays is going to be playing Colonel Brandon. He was in the Worst Person in the World movie.
Oh, yeah.
And he's an age appropriate Colonel Brandon because a lot of times they age up Colonel Brandon, make him like, we were thinking Alan Rickman, um, a little bit older to contrast it with like Marianne's age. But Colonel Brandon was only in his 30s. He wasn't in his 40s. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm just excited to see that play out too.
Yes. Yeah. Also, you know, I think we forget that Daisy Edgar Jones is so young. She's so young. We've talked about that a little bit, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. But she and Florence Pugh are kind of two of those who get the Jennifer Lawrence treatment. They play characters that are just way older than they should be playing, but they can pull it off because they're such good, mature actors. Um, but yeah, I'm assuming this character is probably age appropriate for her. So that will be nice to see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Katrina Balfe, our Claire from Outlander as Mrs. Dashwood. So excited to see her on the big screen. Fiona Shaw, we mentioned. And the youngest Dashwood, the little sister, played by Bodhi Ray Brethnock as Margaret Dashwood. This is a young actor who we saw in Hamnet as the oldest
Yes.
sibling. Hmm.
Oh, that's exciting. So she's already worked with like the best of the best.
Right. And I believe Bodhi Ray Brethnock is going to be in the Werewolf movie, which I think we're going to talk about here in a moment.
Oh, cool. Yeah, very
So,
cool.
some great movies for her. And then Marianne is played by Esme Creed Miles, and I just don't know this actor from anything, and I'm just excited to see the Marianne portrayal here. So, we'll see.
Yeah, love seeing new faces.
Yeah. And they look like sisters, so it'll be good.
There's a recent issue, the August 2026 issue of British Vogue that
Oh.
features Daisy Edgar Jones and a little bit of George Mackay in these really incredible costumes. It's about costumes, I think, the photo shoot. But it is one of the most beautiful photo shoots I've ever seen in my
Ooh.
life.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about now. Oh, yes.
Yes, it is so incredible. This photographer has done some really cool work for magazines. Sylvester Mako, I'm
Hmm.
not sure, but he does incredible photography, and this is a really cool photo shoot. So I highly recommend it if you're excited about Sense and Sensibility.
Yes. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful, yeah, like spread, I guess you would say, in the magazine.
Yes.
And, we're seeing the photos online. I actually should try to go pick up a physical copy, but it's just beautiful.
Mm. Yes, it is. I love it when I get excited about photo shoots like that because it doesn't happen that often these days.
Yeah. Speaking of going to the theater in October, I have to just do a quick call out about Marie Antoinette, the theatrical re-release in 4K. October 2nd is what I'm seeing online by Sony. I'm on the lookout for more details because I want to purchase tickets. I want to get there. My sister might even come visit so that we could see it together. Like, Marie Antoinette is our big movie. This is why we started Swoon Worthy podcast. It's our episode 1 of Swoon Worthy. So Marie Antoinette, Sophia Coppola. Oh my gosh, so excited.
Yes, so excited. I don't think I saw it on the big screen. So this is our chance. And
Yeah.
yeah, just reliving that soundtrack like in a movie
Oh,
theater. Oh, I'm excited.
yes, yes. Upcoming next seasons of beloved shows. We have the Gilded Age season 4. This also, we do not have a release date yet,
Mhm.
but I was doing some digging and I think we're going to get a release date either in August or September, letting us know when the Gilded Age season 4 will be on HBO Max for us to watch. Of course, they do like weekly releases for that one.
Mhm.
So it's not like a binge situation, but I think we're all excited for season 4 of Gilded Age.
Oh, of course. Yes. I love Gilded Age. We've had some wonderful episodes of the podcast where we discuss the Gilded Age. It's one of those where, like, at first I wasn't too sure, and then it really grew on me, and then it just got really good. And
Yeah.
the history aspect of it is really fascinating, even though it is fiction. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, I just love it. I'm excited to see what they do and where the characters go. And even though we can't binge it, I actually love a weekly release
Do
show. It's something I
you?
look forward to. I gotta have like my HBO Sunday night show,
Yeah. Okay.
and yeah, I'm ready to have Gilded Age fill that spot. So,
Yes, more Carrie Coon.
oh yeah, oh yeah, and Train Daddy.
Yes, Morgan Spector. So excited for that. Yeah, and we got to see where their relationship's going because the
Oh right,
Russells, oof.
that's right. Yeah, it ended with her looking out the window, watching him go, right?
Yes, and that I'll never forget the face of her 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 distressed face, her distressed look.
Yes.
I mean, I love her acting, so just saying.
Yes, I do too. I do too. It's a fun cast.
It is. So, and they've been filming in, I think we've talked about it. They've been filming in New York City this past year,
Mhm.
so very cool.
Yes.
Okay, quickly going to mention that the spin-off prequel of Outlander called Outlander Blood of My Blood on Stars will be released September 18th. Starting up September 18th, I believe that's weekly release as well. But I did watch that season 1 of Blood of My Blood and I really liked it. A lot of Scottish vibes because, Outlander, it got to where they're in America for the whole seasons 3 through
Hmm.
3 through
Hmm.
8. So it's nice to get back to the Scotland roots and get the backstories of Jamie and Claire's parents. So excited for season 2 of that. An interesting one that just started showing up on my feed that I wanted to see if you had heard about. I don't really watch the monster anthologies that's being put on Netflix. It looks like it goes a little dark.
Yeah.
A little
I
dark
know
to
the
say.
most recent one was like disgusting, so there's no way I would ever watch that.
I know, same. But then I'm a little intrigued by this one because I love the story of Lizzie Borden. I know that sounds kind of morbid, but we have a fascination. The public has always had a fascination with Lizzie Borden. So I'm kind of curious about this one. September 17th on Netflix, and the cast is also quite stacked. So, like, I mean, Rebecca Hall, speaking of Morgan Spector,
We do
I
love her.
love Rebecca Hall. Jessica Barden, I'm also a huge fan of in a lot of period dramas. Vicky Krieps, who's in The Phantom Thread and others. Billy Lord. So, Carrie Fisher's
Hmm.
granddaughter,
Yeah, it's
or
always fun
no,
to
Carrie
see her.
Fisher's daughter,
Yes.
Debbie Reynolds' granddaughter. I always get
Yes.
those, always get them mixed up. But, I'm just kind of like a little, I might watch this one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if it's a story you're interested in, then why not? Why not give it a go? Ryan Murphy projects are always a little iffy, but a
Yeah.
lot of people really love them. So might as
Yeah.
well might as well give it a go. Let me know how you like it.
We'll see. I still picture Christina Ricci as Lizzie Borden. She's my Lizzie Borden, but I'm willing to give this one a chance, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I also saw online that HBO France has a period drama coming out in September starring Berenice Bejo, who we talked about when we were covering A Knight's Tale. She's in The
Hmm.
Artist. It's
Hmm.
called Alice, and I'm really interested in this topic. I love stories being told that we're not used to hearing. A French pioneer who was the world's first female film director, Alice Guy Blanche. Perhaps I'm pronouncing that name correct, but the show is called Alice. It's going to be in French, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this one is worth watching. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Okay. Movies in November and December. This is an interesting category. So we were talking about sort of darker storylines, darker period dramas. Victorian Psycho will be in theaters this November, November 13th. It's based on a book, and I was going to perhaps pick up that book. Um, I've seen early reviews say that it's not great, but I don't know. If it's a period drama that's really spooky, I'm gonna look into it a little more and maybe give it a go. So we'll see.
I do love like horror movies that are set in earlier time periods. I think they it adds to the creepiness, definitely.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't know anything about this story, so
I
I'll have
don't
to look
either.
into it as well.
Yeah. Some of my favorite spooky period dramas. I mean, we talk about them a lot on the podcast, and I usually post a list around Halloween on period drama style, but I love
Mhm,
Nicole Kidman and the others.
mhm.
I love Penny Dreadful. We love all these spooky ones. So this might be fun.
Yeah.
Let's continue with the spooky. So, Werewolf, the new Robert Eggers film, we've just recently gotten a trailer for that. And I know you're a huge fan of Robert Eggers and what he produces and puts on the big screen. So, let's talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. So we covered Nosferatu. We loved Nosferatu. This one looks somehow even more grotesque than Nosferatu. So this one looks like we might have to brace ourselves a little bit. Um, but sometimes I enjoy a little grotesque, a little scary, who doesn't? Actually,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see what he does with this story. It's like basically the same cast as Nosferatu, except I don't think there's any Bill Skarsgård. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about like movies that or directors who work with just the same people over and over again? Do you think it's fun, or do you think like I need to see some different people?
Oh, that's so funny. I like it. I think it's kind
Yeah.
of like an acting troupe kind of vibe.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all. I also feel like even thinking about the Merchant Ivory films, kind of always having, Emma Thompson in there and Helena Bonham Carter. So I mean, yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
What do you
I think
think?
I think it can be fun for sure. I'm a little unsure of Aaron Taylor Johnson just because I don't know, he wasn't my favorite in Nosferatu, but um, yeah, I think it can be really fun. I like, Christopher Nolan, he works with the same people
Yeah.
often over and over, and we love that for the most part, Who doesn't love seeing Cillian Murphy pop up in every movie?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This one looks really like a tough watch, but
Mm,
it's probably really cool too.
yeah. Yeah, and we really raved over Lily Rose Depp's performance in Nosferatu, and I think, she just goes full like grim, like she goes for it, and I love that.
Yeah, her physical acting too in Nosferatu was wild. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what she does in a different role. That will be
Hmm.
fun to watch because
Well,
I really haven't seen her in much.
no, no, same. Um, Willem Dafoe, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, we love Willem Dafoe, the hardest working actor in the business. He's in
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, kind of surprising this is the first project that we've mentioned that he's in.
I know. That
How's he
is
not in Wicker, like
right, right, right. That is interesting. Yeah. And the topic of like werewolf, of course, we have a lot of Dracula films. We've always talked about Dracula Nosferatu on the podcast, and
Mhm.
that's just like a staple. But werewolves are also cool. And I feel like we haven't gotten a really good version. There was the Wolfman that came out in 2010 with Benicio del Toro and Emily Blunt and Anthony Hopkins, and it just didn't deliver.
Mhm.
I saw in
Yeah.
theaters because I was like so excited about a werewolf movie and it didn't hit. So this one might, and it's coming out Christmas time. I feel like that's also Robert Eggers kind of like thing, like put a really creepy movie out for
That's
Christmas.
so true. Yeah, that is very true. We really haven't had a good like werewolf horror movie, at least in a long time. And just like with Dracula, he's gonna make it nasty. So like he's gonna give maybe a more realistic, even though it's fiction,
Right.
fantasy, whatever you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
call it.
yeah.
But I think he's going to make it like we've never seen werewolves like this before.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I always just think of like Lupin in the Harry Potter series.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, that
But
was the watered down version, but everyone loved Professor Lupin, and
yeah,
I think a werewolf story is very, very interesting. So,
hmm,
yeah, we'll see.
we shall see. Okay, now we're going to get into like the biopic conversation here because we have a lot of them upcoming, whether they're actually hitting theaters or just in development. So there's a Hershey movie in theaters November 25th, the story of Milton Hershey and his wife, played by Alexandra Daddario. This looks like kind of a uplifting, family-friendly movie from what I can tell. I haven't looked too far into it, but it looks cute. Sure.
That would make sense for Hershey.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's a Hershey amusement park not far from where I live that apparently all the kids, they always went to like school trips to go to. And now I'm
Oh,
like,
fun.
I kind of want to go see it, go to the amusement park.
Do
Random, but
it.
chocolate themed. And then this one is funny, and you and I talked about it a little bit over text or Instagram. Jimmy, starring Riverdale's KJ Apa as the legendary actor Jimmy Stewart in theaters November 6th. This one came out of nowhere for me, and then I saw the trailer and I was like, wait, what? Thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know what to think. I think like learning his story will be interesting. I kind of know a bit about it because I used to volunteer at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans, and in that museum you get assigned someone who actually served in World War II, and you follow their story. Jimmy
Oh,
Stewart is one of those people,
oh,
which is fun. So I love a World War II story. I think it's so interesting that he served and was also a huge part of Hollywood,
yeah,
but I don't know much about him other than that.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. KJ Apa, a very interesting choice. Um,
Yeah, I think he gets the voice right.
he got the voice right, but it's hard not to feel like it's an impression
Yeah, yeah,
rather
yeah.
than like I don't know, a
Yeah,
lived in
yeah.
performance. But he might totally blow it out of the water. We don't know.
We don't know.
But yeah, I think we're
It's
hesitant with
we're
this one.
hesitant. It's hard because he doesn't really look like him either.
Not at all.
And I, as a Riverdale stan, I have to, it's hard to admit this, but no, I watched all of Riverdale. Like, it was cheesy, it was campy, watched
Mhm.
it all, and he's Archie for me.
Yeah.
So getting past that is a little funny. But I mean, KJ Apa is talented,
Mhm.
and we shall see. We shall
Yeah.
see.
It's a big swing. And listen, with Elvis, I think we were maybe a little concerned, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was a Baz Luhrmann movie, so we kind of knew it would be great in some ways, but I don't know, maybe it's kind of like that where it's like that he might be nominated for an Oscar. We don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then along the topic of biopics that are just announced, we don't really know too much. Lily Collins is going to be Audrey Hepburn, and fans have been casting her as Audrey Hepburn for years now. She just seemed like the right choice if they're gonna try to tackle Audrey Hepburn, which is going to be difficult as someone who loves this woman to no end.
Hmm.
It's going to be hard to see it. I mean, there have been attempts before. I think Lily Collins might be able to disappear into the role a bit because just she so looks like her and has the, yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I think there are a lot of people out there who love Audrey Hepburn just as much as you and
Yeah,
may have a hard time with it regardless, but also think of like the Judy Garland biopics that we've gotten, and like Renee Zellweger nailed that performance. That was a little different, but maybe we can get something on that level. We'll have to
right.
see.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. And, I looked into it. It looks like it is centered around the making of Breakfast at Tiffany's. And I'm curious if it'll be kind of like this 2000 TV movie starring Jennifer Love Hewitt, the Audrey Hepburn story. I don't know. That one was also just, I remember watching it when I was younger, being like, okay, she doesn't look like Audrey. I'm giving it a chance. But I love learning about Audrey and just like hearing her story because she was such a remarkable woman from childhood to, later in life. And I don't know. I don't know. Another one where
Yeah,
we'll be a little hesitant, but you never know.
you never know.
Also, another seemingly in the works biopic, Tom Holland as Fred Astaire.
Yeah, this has been talked about for ages,
Yeah.
like a long time. I can't remember if someone else was attached at any point. I feel like maybe so, but I feel like Tom has been the main one. So,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
maybe Jamie Bell, but he's older.
Oh, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, all the Billy Elliots, I guess.
Right.
I'm excited to see him dust off his tap shoes and yeah, play this role. I think it'll be really cool. Again,
Yeah.
much about him as a person, Fred Astaire, but we love him. So,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. And I wonder who will portray Ginger Rogers. Yeah, we shall see.
Hopefully it's her.
Right. Hopefully like a no lesser known, no name, like no, yeah. Because
Yeah.
yeah, that would be good. Someone from Broadway, please.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
So, as a huge Natalie Dormer fan, as most period drama fans are, the fact that she'll be portraying Vivien Leigh in a biopic of some sort, Vivling. So that was kind of like Vivien Leigh's nickname. Other than Audrey, Vivien Leigh's like one of my all-time favorites, like that I follow, love her story. I mean, it's a sad story that she had her real life, but she did find love, of course, with Laurence Olivier. And yeah, that'll be interesting. And I've always been like, no one can ever be Vivien Leigh and have that beauty radiating on the screen. But I think Natalie Dormer has the personality,
Hmm.
perhaps. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I can see her looking like her. I think it could
Yeah.
work, with really good wigs. We got to have good wigs on this movie.
Mm, mm-hmm.
um, yeah, she's such a great actress. She's like a really fiery actress,
Yeah,
which we
yeah.
need for Vivien Leigh. So, yeah, that'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting. My other person who I've always like kind of fan cast as Vivien Leigh is like maybe Tuppence Middleton,
Mm,
like something along those lines, but it's going to be hard to fill those shoes. And then Beatles biopics, we have to wait a long time for these. They've been talked about a lot, but 2028 for the four-part Sam Mendes cinematic event. I mean, the fact that there are gonna be like four movies simultaneously released in theaters April 7th, 2028, from what I'm seeing, this is like unique. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were being released at the same time. That's
That's
a
what I'm saying.
lot.
I know. Like, what do? You just sit in the theater all day?
Yeah, I mean, that would take all day. That's crazy. Yeah, I hope they're not long. I hope they're not like, 3 hours long.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
know. And th things could change because it is so far out. Like,
mhm.
this is just what we're hearing now, and that they'll eventually be on Netflix. But I don't know.
Yeah, so much, so much discourse around these, a lot of opinions. Obviously, the Beatles have mega fans, like yourself. Um, I don't know. They picked four incredible actors,
They did.
and
They did.
Sam Mendes, he's done some really great work. We'll just have to see, I guess. I don't know. I'm optimistic.
I
I think
am
they could be
too.
good.
I mean, I think they did get some really solid actors, and we have Harris Dickinson as John, Paul Mescal as Paul, Joseph Quinn as George Harrison, Barry Keoghan as Ringo. I mean, Barry looks like Ringo and has got the height. It's perfect.
Yes, yeah, and we've seen some behind the scenes, footage of them filming, and
Yeah.
I think they look pretty good. I'm sure a lot of people disagree, but yeah, so far I think it looks really interesting.
Yes, and I like the supporting cast that I've seen. So we have Saoirse Ronan as Linda McCartney, Morfydd Clark as Cynthia Lennon, who's been in a few things like this Dracula remake and everything. You'll recognize her. Anna Sawai, so our Shogun star as Yoko Ono. Mia McKenna Bruce as Maureen Starkey, that's Ringo's wife. Lucy Boynton as Jane Asher. Love Lucy Boynton. And Amy Lou Wood as Patty Boyd. So that's George Harrison's first wife.
Yes. Oh, they could not have chosen better actresses for these roles. I'm so excited to see them together. I mean, we've seen Paul and Saoirse together, so I feel
Yeah.
like that will be great to see them again. I love Amy Lou Wood. I just want her in
Oh,
everything. She is so, oh, I just love her so much. If you haven't watched the UK SNL, watch her episode. She's so fabulous. I just adore her. So I think she'll be a lot of fun. And to see
oh,
her
so
with
fun.
Joseph will be cool.
Yes, I think I'm most excited about these two. I've loved George Harrison for so long, and there's a Scorsese documentary called George Harrison Living in the Material World. That's really, really good. And I read this memoir by Patty Boyd about her life. It's called Wonderful Tonight. George Harrison, Eric Clapton, and me. And the fact that Amy Lou Wood is going to portray Patty Boyd makes me so happy.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad you're happy with the casting choices there because I George has been your favorite for a long time.
Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my
that's great.
gosh.
I'll have to
So,
read that book.
yeah.
I think that would be really interesting. So she was married to Eric Clapton as well.
Yes, yes, married to both of these legends, these legendary musicians.
Wow. Was she also a musician?
She was a model.
She was a model. Okay.
Yeah, so if you go and see the movie A Hard Day's Night, which is I'm pulling up all my stuff in my library. This is such a great movie, A Hard Day's Night with the Beatles. And Patty Boyd is one of the young like background actresses in it.
Okay.
And they're singing with her and some other schoolgirls. And they fell in love. And then things happen and George kind of went on his spiritual journeys and maybe didn't necessarily, give her enough. And Eric Clapton was George's like best friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, the song Something, of course, is written about her. And it's just a lot of songs were written about her. Like Eric Clapton
That makes
wrote,
sense.
yeah. So, I mean, what a, what an incredible like story. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. See, I don't know much about the Beatles or, a lot of these stories that we're going to learn about. So I think it's going to be really fascinating.
I'm there for it. And then James Norton, who is our period drama prince, Brian Epstein, their manager, the Beatles manager. So, yeah.
Yeah, another James Norton role. He's everywhere.
He is. He is. Seems like such a humble, kind person in real life too.
Yeah, he does. He really does. He's been around for so long in projects that we love, but I feel like this is almost like his big break. And I think he's like 40, 41 years old,
Yeah.
something like that. So I love that. I think it's so cool.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Amy Lou Wood, there was a brief mention of her being in a cast in a Jane Eyre teen TV movie. Um, in development, not a lot on that, but I could see her in the Victorian looks of Jane Eyre.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see her in everything, so I'm all for it.
Yeah. Other highly anticipated movies. We're gonna have to wait a bit longer for these, kind of like the Beatles, maybe not as long. The Nightingale, 2027 February release. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's been pushed to March 19th of 2027. But this has the Fanning sisters, and I know you've read the book. I'm halfway through the book. This is going to be a World War II epic
Yes. Oh,
drama.
I'm so ready for this. I'm so excited the Fanning sisters are in it. I can't wait to see what they do with this.
Yeah,
Such a
it's
good book. It's a
yeah,
devastating story, as you know, pretty much any World War II story is, but oh, it's gonna be good.
yeah, it's going to be good. And I've been able to picture the Fanning sisters as I read it, which is kind of fun. So I think they were cast well, from what I know so far.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
Narnia. Okay. Greta Gerwig is tackling Narnia, the Magician's Nephew. So this is the first book in the Narnia series. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is actually like the second in the series, but it's the most popular. But this is going to be another one that I'm intrigued, maybe a little hesitant for. And that's going to be in theaters February 2027. It'll debut on Netflix potentially in April, and it's gonna be an IMAX. I think we're gonna see a lot of publicity on this one. Like it's gonna be pushed, heavily promoted, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Greta Gerwig has sort of made herself one of those directors that makes these like big epic events, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think this was kind of an odd choice. I don't really remember this story at all, to be honest. But we are big fans of the previous adaptations of
Oh
the
yeah.
Chronicles of Narnia stories. Those were really magical. So
Yes,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
it will. And I think you and I are really eager to cover the movies, the Narnia movies of
Hmm.
of our adolescence on Swoon Worthy. So stay tuned.
Yes, and we got to see some of the costumes in real life, so that's magical.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know the cast has already been announced for a lot of it.
Yeah, it
Emma
makes
Emma
sense.
Mackey as the Queen Jadis, the White Witch. So that
Oh,
I'm very curious to see.
yes, I do love Emma Mackey.
Yeah. The Mummy 4, the long-awaited Mummy sequel that will reunite our stars, like the original stars, Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, and John Hannah,
Mhm.
expected October of 2027.
Yeah, crazy. I think this will be kind of like the last Jurassic Park film where it's like, maybe it's terrible, but who cares? We're watching our favorites.
Oh my gosh. I hope that the storyline's a little better than that last Jurassic Park. Um, because of course, yeah, I loved seeing the reunited cast there, but yeah, I don't
I think the
know.
good thing is The Mummy hasn't really been franchised out. Like, there's not a million other movies. We just have the old ones to focus on. Aside from like maybe The Scorpion King, wasn't that associated?
That was a spin-off. As you said, I think it will be something.
Yes. We mainly have like the original material to go
Yeah.
off of. So hopefully it'll be good. We gotta hope
Ugh.
for a good screenplay.
I mean, they said they wouldn't have done it without a screenplay, but they all kind of say that. But no, Brendan, I can't wait to see him on the big screen as O'Connell.
Yes. Yeah. It'll be fun.
Another one we don't know too much about, but I am keeping it on my radar. Baz Luhrmann's next epic, Jeanne d'Arc, the story of Joan of Arc. This one starring Ela Johnston, who played the young Beth Harmon in The Queen's Gambit. Expected 2028. And this is my favorite director other than Sofia Coppola, so I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, this will be exciting. I love like Joan of Arc stories, so this will be interesting to see where we go with it. And will we have like modern music used in it, kind of like Romeo and Juliet? What will it be like? So I'm excited.
Yeah. I feel like he uses, modern music and a lot of Australian musicians too.
Yes.
So that'll be good. Of course, this is like a French set story. So yeah, love it. Okay. Thank you for sticking with us throughout this podcast. We have a few more fun things to talk about. Next season's on the way. Of course, Bridgerton season 5. We all know about this one coming to Netflix 2027. They have shortened the gap between the Bridgerton series seasons, so that's good. Covering Francesca's story. Young Sherlock season 2 in production. It's filming. This stars Hero Finds Tiffin and Donal Finn, who everyone loves from the Other Bennet sister. Season 2, they've also just recently announced some new cast members there. So, yeah, we will bring you more news as we hear it about young Sherlock on Prime Video. The Foresight's got a season 2 and a season 3 on PBS Masterpiece on the way. Miss Austen, another PBS Masterpiece, got a second season, a four-part continuation of that story of Jane Austen's sister, Cassandra Austen. And that's played by Keeley Hawes. I know you like Keeley.
I do love her, yes. I haven't watched that yet, but I definitely need to.
Yeah, it's emotional, but it's beautiful. Well done. We also have The Empress season 3 expected to hit Netflix later this year. The Buccaneers season 3 will eventually land on Apple TV. The Artful Dodger, I haven't seen this one, but I know there are a lot of fans out there, will return for a third and final season on Disney Plus and Hulu. Shogun Season 2, 2027, the Emmy-winning FX series. And, we mentioned Anna Sawai, who was just a standout performance in season 1 of Shogun. Loved her in that. Yeah, this has a great cast, a great production. The costuming is so amazing, incredible. I'm really looking forward to Shogun Season 2 in 2027.
Exciting. Yeah, that's another one I haven't watched yet, so I've got to get on
Mm,
it.
yeah, I think you will really love it. Netflix has greenlit House of Guinness for a second season, you guys. Did you know this?
I actually didn't. I remember we were talking, there's no announcement when we covered it on the podcast, but no, that's exciting.
Yeah, so they did not make a big fuss about it or announce it, but an Irish newspaper announced that back in January they got permission to film it. And since it's made by Netflix's UK Ireland division, they don't announce the renewal until it starts filming or
Oh,
something. Yeah, so this is
interesting.
like the inside scoop from someone in Ireland, one of my followers. And so, unlike the US, where it's announced months before filming starts, so that's why they haven't shared this news with us. But if it is beginning filming early 2027, that's when we'll hear about the season 2 renewal.
Okay, got it.
Isn't that
Interesting.
interesting?
Yeah, inside scoop.
Yeah. Word on the street is it is underway.
That's definitely good news for now.
Yeah. Yes, we covered that one on the podcast. We loved it. Okay, a few more just to quickly announce because I've been a huge BritBox fan lately. The Other Bennet sister, cannot stop talking about it, has a three-part Christmas special on the way. And who knows, we may get a full season 2 from that. I'm not sure if they can continue the storyline, but that would be amazing. A Woman of Substance just finished this season 1 the past few days. And this is a really cool story starring Jessica Reynolds and Brenda Blevin. That's getting a season 2. They left on a cliffhanger. So looking forward to that story continuation. And then The Heartacres. I have not watched this. It's on BritBox. That's probably my next one. Season 2 is streaming now as of this month, August. A few final ones that are just announced. We don't know too much. We have another Hercule Poirot story. So this is the Agatha Christie fictional detective that we all know and love. So many iterations of these mysteries, but we're gonna get like a six-part limited series on BBC iPlayer and BritBox in 2027, exploring the early days of the detective, portrayed by Edward Blumell, who many of you know from My Lady Jane and the Seven Dials that came out on Netflix. Have you I know you've recently watched My Lady Jane, so this actor, did you like him in it?
Yes, I do like him in it. I really do. He's got such an interesting face, which I love. I always love like a unique face and yeah, I think he's great in it. So that's an interesting role for him. I'm excited to
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. There's a portrait of a lady. So this is Henry James's novel Portrait of a Lady, six-part adaptation announced by PBS Masterpiece with Nell Tiger Free, who is a Game of Thrones alum, playing the lead character, and then Gemma Arterton, who is just a period drama queen, love her. Jim Sturgis, if you're an Across the Universe fan, Bill Nighy, oh my gosh, he's amazing, and Miranda Richardson, among others. So, Portrait of a Lady being remade.
That will be exciting. I'm always down for a new PBS Masterpiece
Oh,
announcement. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
yes. And last but not least, we've had so many Count of Monte Cristo versions throughout the years. Even recently, we've had two really good ones. And I've heard that we're getting a Countess of Monte Cristo. So this is like a reimagining of the story of Mercedes, starring French actress Audrey Fleurot. And I've seen her in another French period drama, beautiful flaming red hair, this actress. And this looks like 2026. I'll share more once I know more. But there you have it. We have just covered so many period dramas on the horizon. Steph, thank you so much for chatting with me about them.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Honestly, like having a movie or TV show to look forward to is like everything. It helps me get through work. It helps me like
Yeah.
push through, the tougher days. And oh, I love that we have so much content coming up.
So much content. It really feels like a lot this fall
Mhm.
and beyond. So I was excited to sit down with you and just have a candid chat about all of them.
Yes, yes.
All right. Now, remember, I've posted a full list of every title we mentioned over on Instagram. Be sure to bookmark it on @PeriodDramaStyle for easy reference. And stay tuned because Swoon Worthy Season 7 is right around the corner. We have new episodes dropping weekly starting in September. We can't wait to share everything we've been working on behind the scenes with you, our listeners. Thank you so much for supporting us. We really appreciate, yeah, all of the comments on Instagram, the likes, the follows, the subscriptions on streaming platforms. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Stephanie, again for joining me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, catch you next time.